Hey, what's up you guys? This is a video that I wanted to make for a little bit. I was hesitant on whether to make it or not, but I think it's important. Just yesterday I uploaded a video on my LDN life update, and I was having particularly a good day, and today I'm not having such a great day. So it's good to see the contrast in between, like when you're having your good days and your bad days. Um, for me, I've had a difficult time with this illness, more so because it's invisible and you can't really see what's going on and what the other person is really feeling, because I look completely normal. It doesn't really look like I'm having as much pain and that I'm having as many symptoms as I am right at this moment. But to document it, I think it's a step forward so that people can kind of have a little bit more of an idea on what a bad day looks like. Of course, this is a bad day for me, but it's not as bad as it used to be. Because of LDN, I am able to get out of bed eventually, and I am able to have a little bit of energy and do things despite all the symptoms that I might be having on that day, which is today. I got up around 11, but I've been like moving and up in bed since around 7. I could get a little bit more sleep. I went back to sleep like around 8 or something because the pain was so bad. I usually try to force myself into going back to sleep. It's not a deep sleep. It's basically like just trying to get some kind of energy, or trying to see if I can get some rest, because it does help a little bit when you do sleep with the symptoms for some reason. So I try to get a little bit more in, and I got like an hour or so, and then I was up, and overall I feel really tired. It just means that my quality of sleep last night was probably not that great despite me sleeping. And I live in a house that's two, what's it called? Even my brain's not working today. 2 floor house, and obviously the bedrooms are upstairs, and to come down here, I had to like literally sit down and just go down the stairs by sitting down, because I couldn't physically like go down the stairs. I had class today, which I had to miss, and that happens when I have bad days and I don't have a lot of like energy and things like that. I wanted to show myself in this state because I just want other people that are going through this to know that they're not alone, and I also want to inform the people that probably don't know this illness and don't understand it, to kind of get a little bit more insight into what we go through. I had class at 10 in the morning, and I couldn't attend, which is fine. I have a special like program that I'm in because of the illness that I have, in which I have like multiple doctors confirm the diagnosis, and I have a little bit of flexibility with giving in my homework and things like that, just in case like I have a really bad day, or the night before the test I couldn't get any sleep or something like that. I can move it for the day after or something like that. Of course, it doesn't give you any privileges in terms of like the actual things that you must learn, but it does give me a little more wiggle room in terms of like being able to deal with the illness and be able to go to school with it. And sometimes I have a couple of days in a row that are bad, and just that they're not equally as bad. So even through like a really bad day, I can sometimes get things done and go to class and do my, my take care of my responsibilities and things like that. But there are days that it is not as easy. It's hard to explain, but I'm gonna try for the people that don't particularly know how this feels. I want to give you a little bit of insight into how it feels. Fatigue is not the same as tired and should never be confused with being tired. It is not the same thing. When you go to sleep, you can, if you're tired, you could just, replenish and feel great the next day. That isn't the case for someone who has fatigue. It isn't as simple as just, going to bed and waking up the next morning and you're feeling refreshed and everything's fine. Unfortunately, I would love for it to be like that, but it isn't. So I'm going to try to explain to the best of my ability. I'm kind of slow today. My brain isn't working as fast as it normally is when I'm having a normal day. But bear with me because I want the whole process, this whole thing to be in the video, because I want for other people to either feel feel related to what I'm going through because they're going through something similar, or to further understand the process. So, what was I saying? Right. Yeah, what I feel. Okay, what I'm feeling. Basically, it's like when you go to the gym and you haven't trained in months and you hit the gym like pretty hard, like weights and everything. How you feel the next day is basically how you feel when you have a flare up. At least that's the experience I have. The fact that like the muscle soreness that you feel when you go to the gym, and the weakness that you feel in your legs after you have like a hard like training weight day on your legs, with your legs. That's basically what I can compare it to. Now the tiredness, it's a little more complicated, but I would have to say like having a couple days without sleep and training the night before for the first time in months combined is what the fatigue really feels like. And a lot of people don't understand how hard it is to do just regular things when you have limited energy, because usually people like my age, or even older people like my parents, they have energy for like to do like anything in their day. But when you have a limited amount of energy, you have to think about everything you're doing that day and give priority to the things that have priority, and discard or leave for later things that you can't possibly do that day. So basically you have to prioritize things that are important, and by prioritize, you would think like, okay, like you had to go to school, that was important, but you discarded it because you weren't feeling great. The thing is that sometimes you have to put into perspective that even taking a shower and brushing your teeth and doing dishes or cooking or anything like that where you have to be standing up is a stretch. And it isn't about doing normal daily things. It's about like not like your job, or like I have to go take or go pick up like something from the store or something like that. Like that is something that I couldn't do today if I wanted to. It's just that when the days are like this, and I feel like I do right now, I do something and I need to lay down and take like a break for a couple of like minutes or something, more like an hour. So basically, it's for me to take a shower. I'll probably do it in the afternoon because I'm a little bit more warmed up, and by that time my pain is a little bit less, and you know, it's just my experience. But in the morning, it's like I have to think about everything. Like I brushed my teeth and I had to go back to bed. Like that amount of tiredness isn't really comprehended by a lot of people, and it's hard sometimes because you feel like you're young but you're not. Like you're trapped in like a body that you have like no control over. Yeah, I get like super emotional as well because it's like you have like no control and no power over your body. It's just hard. And when you're in pain and you want to do things that you think that you should be capable of doing, it's hard not to be able to do it. It's just you get so frustrated with yourself because I used to dance. I used to do marathons with my dad. I used to do so many things. Used to be really active, and before I got sick, I was in the best shape I've ever been in my life. Exercising so much and enjoying every part of it. And after I got sick, when people tell me like, oh, you should like exercise and you should do this and that, I just don't know how I could be capable of doing that. That's just my opinion. Of course, I walk and I do mild exercise. It's not like I don't do anything, but it's just hard. And I'm so sorry that my brain is like so slow today and that I'm emotional and stuff, but it's something you can't really control. And I wanted to make this video because of the reasons that I told you before, and I think it's important. And yeah, it's not such a good day, but tomorrow's gonna be better. And I hope that through this you feel less alone, or you have a better understanding of what it's like. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here, and love you guys, and I hope you're having a great day wherever you are.